This poor girl accidentally bumps into this young man and his coins fall down. Hey, what happened? Oh, my coins, the young man says. These are just a few coins. She says, but for me, this is a big treasure. I had to buy food with them. Give me back my coins. The young man says, right now I have another important work. I will come and give them back later. The girl says, no, I don't care about that. If you don't give my money, you won't go anywhere. He says, try to understand. I am getting late. The boy angrily says goodbye and he leaves. The poor girl picks up her coins. The young man goes to his girlfriend and says, Michelle, you are the girl I love the most in this world. The young man kneels down and says, will you marry me? Michelle angrily says, what? Who said that I want to marry you? We only talked about friendship. The young man says, but we decided that we will make a family. She says, you lied to me. You said you are the owner of the company, but you turned out to be just a normal worker. Now I don't want to waste more time. Goodbye. At the same time, the same poor girl comes and sits near the young man. He says, keep this ring. It's in return for those coins that fell from your hand. The girl says, it's very beautiful, but I didn't come to ask you for money. The young man leaves. The girl calls him and says, no, I don't want this. The young man enters the office. The girl goes after him, but the guard stops her. She says, please give this ring back to that young man. The guard says in a suspicious tone, I know you stole this. You people are used to picking things from the trash. The girl says, then you keep it. The guard says, no, this is not my problem. Go away. The girl calls out. The young man comes and says to the guard, stop, let me see. Then the girl says, take this ring. He says, I told you to keep it. Now I don't need it. The girl says, why? I thought this is for your future bride. He says, she rejected my proposal. Now it has no meaning. The girl says, don't be sad. I know soon someone will truly love you. Then the girl says, excuse me, can you give me some money? I haven't eaten for 3 days. He says, haven't eaten for 3 days? Come with me, let's eat. Then the young man feeds the girl. The girl thanks him. Then the young man sees his boss is with his girlfriend. The girl says, what happened to you? The young man says, do you see? She is with my boss. Then the young man takes the girl home. The girl changes her dress and they both go out. Then again, the young man meets his ex-girlfriend. She says, this is my dress. Give it back right now. The young man says, I think it looks very nice on her. And anyway, I bought it. Then the girl says, my dear, shall we go? And they both go away. Then the young man says to the girl, I want to say something. You look very nice. The girl says, I also like you very much. At the same time, the ex-girlfriend comes and says, I want to say something to you. The young man goes with her. From behind, Michelle's boyfriend comes and teases the girl and says, you are the same girl who was begging on the street. One day you also stopped me and asked for money. The girl says, that time is not on me anymore. The boss takes out money and says, I have money. If you want, I can buy you. The girl says, I am not for sale at any price. He says, how did you dare to say no to me? The girl says, if other girls get sold, then I am not like them. The girl throws the money. At the same time, the young man comes. The boss and his girlfriend leave. The young man says, is everything okay? The girl says, yes, I just got a little scared. The young man says, don't worry, you are very special and I will always stay with you. If you like the video, then please like and subscribe to the channel.